It's a little old 6-point that just came in. He's not a bad deer, but he's not what we're looking for. He looks like he's probably 14, 15 inside. He's got a little longer to grow.
Let's go.
All right, just take your time. Take your time. He's down. He's down. High five. All right, Mr. Jerry. Good deal, buddy.
That's what we come for, wasn't it?
That's exactly what we come for.
Yep. It's a possibility that might have been the one I seen earlier this morning.
I think that's the one he slipped up. That's the one we saw about daylight down there in the bottom because he's dark colored like that. Mr. Jerry, you're shaking a little bit. Did you get a little excited?
Well, not till after the gun was shot.
Not till after the gun went off?
Well, part of the problem was my scope is on too high a power, like I never found the deer.
I know it. You kept adjusting. I kept saying, it'll be all right. Just take your time there. Just take your time. Well, we'll get down there and get a picture of him here in a minute. We got to call the outfitter and tell him one's down, and then we'll go from there.
That'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, I'm tickled for you.
All right.
Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Hey, guys. I want to thank everybody at Snipe Creek Lodge, Mr. Carl Dunn, Dorn, for putting us on this fantastic deer for Mr. Jerry. I want to thank Lyndhurst Family Resort for allowing us to stay there. Most of all, I want to thank Mr. Jerry Tubbs and his grandson Clint, which he and Anthony are still filming. They're on another farm, but a good Kentucky deer, and we are so proud to have Snipe Creek Lodge help with the Brad Deming Bicycle Fund. Without the support of Snipes Creek Lodge and Lyndhurst, we wouldn't be able to afford to do what we do with the bicycles. This trip is going to make some kids mighty happy at Christmas time. I'm just very proud for you, Mr. Jerry.
Yes, sir.
Nice Kentucky buck.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys, we're up here at Snipes Creek Skinning Shed. Mr. Jerry is showing off his deer. We've got Mr. Carl Dorn and Mr. Randy Wall. We want to thank Lyndhurst Family Lodge for allowing us to stay there. Mr. Carl, you got anything you want to say?
Very nice buck, good kill, right opening morning of the 2020 whitetail season in western Kentucky. And I'd like to hear the story just a little bit, maybe. How it all happened.
Tell them the story, Mr. Jerry.
I was sitting there and the deer came down through the hill, and I looked at it and I said, "Looks fairly good." And Mr. J.R., would you give me your opinion? And he said, when I handed him the binoculars, he looked at it and he said, "I'd shoot it." And I said, "Okay."
You'd
So I shot it.
You'd about have to shoot one like that. A lot of mass.
He's a nice.
Well, he just got a whole lot of character. You kind of bend his head down just a little bit. You can see all that. It's a really pretty. Times coming up here. Pretty rack. like this right here. There's not a bad angle on him, really.
No, it's not. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. Mr. Dead-Eye Jerry right here, he and that 300 put the smack down on him. Now, I cannot tell you that Jerry wasn't a little excited after that deer fell.
I couldn't get the deer in my scope was my problem.
Did you put the scope back down, lower?
He turned it
Two
back.
problems. I'm sitting in a chair and the box stand was here. When I lay my gun up on that rail, actually everything was aimed above the deer. And
Yeah.
when the scope was set on the high power, when I looked at it, I seen all these weeds and bushes, but I couldn't pick the deer up. And finally I got
You
it.
had to make some adjustments.
And I had to get up.
You had to be a hunter. Sometimes you just got to be a
That's
hunter.
right. That's right.
And you were.
You got the job done.
Then here he is right here at
Yep.
Snipe Creek right there, Snipe.
Yeah, look, and once again, I cannot tell you how much Brad Deming Bicycle Fund appreciates what you and Randy do for us and our organization.
Well, what I'm seeing right now is those
I think
100+ kids riding bicycles
Absolutely.
that's
that
correct.
it's providing. That's a lot of bicycles. That's for a lot of kids.
That's it.
100 kids
You know,
coming into Christmas.
that's what we're here for.
That's
you know?
a big number of an elementary school period
It is. It is.
of children.
And once again, we truly appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Paul.
Does my hair
Mr.
look
Randy.
good today for the camera and all?
Oh,
Does that
you look
pretty?
fine. That wind's starting to pick up. You look fine.